68 degrees, a little humid here from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. It's Madison and Wausau resuming play after a delay of an hour and 49 minutes. The Mallards trailing 2-0, and the Woodchucks will have runners on first and second against Tyler Avery, who will stay out there for Madison. Wausau will go to their bullpen as Henry Cohn will depart after 2 full. So a big moment for Tyler Avery coming in here after beginning as a reliever, primarily as the Mallards closer, and now with the Mallards needing one win to clinch playoff berth here at Athletic Park. A win would play them in. Tyler Avery in just his second start after a tremendous outing last Friday against Fond du Lac. He's put in a massive spot. He's going to have Funkhauser on second, Boos on first. Only one hit allowed so far, but 5 total base runners, 2 walks in the first inning, and a double by Jimenez, scoring both of those after a stolen bag. And now a walk to Funkhauser in the second earlier on, and Boos reached on a Noah Sudica error on third base. So well over an hour and 40 minutes. We were in a pause. It was downpouring for a while, lots of lightning, tons of thunder. The Mallards are going to need Avery to shape up after what was a frustrating inning and a half for him. Not used to missing with his command as bad as he was in the early going. So the Mallards line up behind Avery in the field. The outfield is Harold, Tucker, Moreno. Infield from left to right, Sudica, Fisher, Hamilton, McCann, and doing the catching, David Melfi. Mike Adair will step in for the Woodchucks in the top of their order. It's Adair, Allen, McGinnis, Van Ness, Jimenez, Blanchard, McCann, Funkhauser, and Boos. Those final 2 are the ones on the base pad. So here we go. We are set for play. Tyler Avery throws home. It's a fastball fouled back to the screen with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Wausau 2, Madison 0. Avery comes out working from the stretch. Decent lead at second for Funkhauser. Boos has a lead off of first. Fastball up and away. You know, Madison and pitching coach Sean Brown, they sent down 2 arms to the bullpen out in right field to get loose. It was Avery and Andrew Ravello. And they stick with the big right-hander from the College of Southern Nevada who whips in a strike. It's 1-2 with the leadoff man Adair, who bounced out to second base on the first pitch offensively of the ball game for the Woodchucks. And another one of those would potentially get Madison out of this small jam here in the second. 1-2. Big leadoff for Funkhauser. He was on the move. A little cue shot back towards short. Cal Fisher makes the catch, and he will hold on to it. 2 away. Man, I'll tell you, Funkhauser started running off of second. Avery just looked back and stared him down. He was about a third of the way down to third. If he stepped off and threw back to second, that was likely going to be an out as Fisher and Hamilton surround Funkhauser on second base. They're just laughing right behind the bag at second. So here is Dwight Allen. He walked in his first time around and stole third base, which led to him scoring on the Jimenez double. Avery steps off. David Melfi tells him, compose yourself. You know Funkhauser's dancing back at second base. He's got some speed, wears that sliding mitt on his left hand. Avery stares in, likes a sign from Melfi. Come set it, script Madison. Throws home, fastball, swing and a miss. That's a high heater from Tyler Avery. Still a pretty sizable crowd here from Athletic Park. A lot stayed throughout the weather delay of an hour and 52 minutes officially. Nothing in 1 as Avery pumps back towards second, chooses not to throw. And that's going to be that's the second disengagement from Tyler Avery, so that'll result in a ball. It'll be 1-1 against Allen because he stepped off to compose himself before the pitch, and he decided not to throw back to second. Big lead off of second for Funkhauser as Avery throws home. Fastball is shot up and foul over the right side. It would be a warm welcome back to the game for Avery if he could dance out of this, knowing he had runners on first and second base. And the top of the order coming to the plate, the Madison offense has not only been on the bench, they've been on the bus waiting for quite a while because there is no road clubhouse here at Athletic Park. See if he goes high fastball again on 1-2. Instead, he goes curve, and Melfi's in front of it. Both Funkhauser and Boos return to their respective bags on first and second base. Wausau 2, Madison nothing. Bottom of the second inning from Athletic Park. The final trip to the stadium this year. Avery's thrown in a count of 1-2, but the second disengagement makes it 2-2. Fastball away. Melfi throws back to second. No one's home. It's going to roll in the center field. Tucker comes up with it, and Melfi, a mistake made. No one was there at second, and whether that's a miscommunication between the two up the middle, Fisher and Hamilton, or if that's just on Melfi, we won't know. Melfi's shaking his head as he walks back to his position behind the plate, but now the count is full. Tyler Avery requests a new baseball. Second Mallards error of the inning. This one goes against David Melfi. Before the hour and 52-minute pause, it was Noah Sudica, who's usually a sure-handed glove, over at third. Now a full count with Dwight Allen as Tyler Avery throws home. That's hit high into the air, right field, slicing in foul ground, and will land into the seats down the line. We'll likely play ourselves well over 11 o'clock here tonight from Athletic Park. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Avery has had an advantage with the fastball against Allen today. 3-2 is fouled off back behind home plate. Avery's first outing of over 3 innings was recorded this past weekend against Fond du Lac. He goes 6. The previous high was 2 2/3, also against the Dock Spiders in relief on July 29th. Curveball just off the corner. Oh, boy. That's a missed call from Philip Jean Luis, the home plate umpire, and now it'll be Mike McGinnis who walked back in the first. The base is loaded.
Now batting the third baseman, Mike McGinnis.
So Avery's still not in full control here in the second, even after the return. He got a soft line out of Adair, and now Allen walks. An error against Melfi did not help the cause. Either did the second disengagement. Fastball, same exact spot as the curve. This one's called for a strike. It's 0-1. McGinnis comes in batting .244 in his team-leading 57th ball game, 37 RBIs and 4 home runs. This is the most powerful bat now in the order. As he rolls towards second, Davis Hamilton will field flip to second base for Fisher. They go for the easy one, and they leave him loaded here in the second. Wausau 2, Madison 0, as the Woodchucks will introduce a new pitcher in the third inning when we return here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Top of the third inning from Athletic Park here in Wausau, Wisconsin. Madison trailing 2-0. New pitcher out there for the Woodchucks after the hour and 52-minute delay. It is the 6'2", 190-pound native of Cleveland, Texas, 20-year-old Garrett Lott. 3.09 on his ERA, 12 strikeouts against 10 walks, so the walk bug has gotten to him, but that was a little earlier on in the year. In his last 3 outings, spanning over 5 2/3, only 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. His last time out against Lakeshore 2 nights ago in the 8-7 win for the Woodchucks over the Chinooks. 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 run, and 1 strikeout. Noah Sudica, the 9-hole hitter for Madison, will lead off the top of the third inning, trailing by 2 runs. A lot from the windup. Kicks and deals, throws home, fastball way outside. Bossier Parish Community College is where Lott plays his ball. He's a sophomore there and plays his first Northwoods League campaign. All white uniforms for Wausau, reading Chucks across the front, and the navy blue, and the neon trim. Fastball cued off by Sudica up and over the right side to the grandstands. Madison's lineup one more time. Tucker, Hamilton, Harrell, Taylor, Fisher, Moreno, McCann, Melfi, and Noah Sudica currently batting in a 1-1 count. Nobody out, top of the third inning. 2-0 Woodchucks as Lott throws home. Curveball checked to swing. Did he go? Down to first base. Caleb Kador says he did not. It's 2-1. Primarily fastball and slider from Lott. Does not throw a ton of strikes with the fastball. He's 50-50 on the dot when it comes to throwing the fastball in the zone and out of the zone. 2-1 is up high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Good count for Noah. Madison's had a runner on in every inning so far. 1 out singles by Hamilton in the first, Moreno in the second. Fielder's choice by Chad McCann, the third base runner. 3-1 pitch. Fastball off the corner. Sudica walks. A leadoff man is on here for Madison to begin the third inning. He will hand off his bat to Davis Hamilton. He refuses to allow that maple ash bat to get wet in the grass outside the first base dugout. That's a difficult situation to come in here for Garrett Lott after the long delay, because Henry Cohn looked sharp in his first 2 innings, a little bit of contact, but outside of that, 2 innings, just 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. First pitch to Tucker is a fastball way wide, down to a backhand. The catcher, McGann, scoops it up. Defensive alignment, one more time for Wausau. Adair, Allen, Van Ness across the outfield. McGinnis and Jimenez on the corners. Funkhauser and Blanchard play up the middle, while Matt McGann does the catching. 1-0 pitch. Tucker takes a fastball outside just off the corner. They ask for an appeal. Kador says no again. 2-0 with Tucker. Madison's best chance came in the first. Hamilton singled. Alex Harrell nearly had a single, but Cohn just flipped his glove into the air and it knocked it down and shot it right towards the shortstop, Funkhauser. 3-0 now, 90 on a low fastball to Tucker. And JT way ahead. Then Keenan Taylor swung on 3-0 and flew out to routine left. So Madison had a chance in the first. Lott comes home with 3-0. Fastball nowhere close, low and outside. First 2 are on for the Ducks here in the third. No one up and moving quite yet for Wausau in their pen. They figure that Lott's going to have to get it figured out here himself, because they have already used one of their better arms, Henry Cohn, here today. He threw 34 total pitches, 9 total so far for Lott in the first inning of his day, and he has yet to record an out.
Second baseman Davis Hamilton.
Here's the lone lefty in Donnie Scott's order today. Davis Hamilton steps in. Runners on first and second after the mound visit from the catcher McGann and the second baseman Blanchard to Lott. Big lead off a second for Sudica. First pitch to Hamilton takes a strike. There's the fastball from Garrett Lott. Throws it a lot, albeit not being very accurate. 74% on the hard stuff, 17% slider, and the curveball once in a while You will see. 0-1. There's strike two. Hamilton falls behind at 2 strikes against Lott, who walked the first 2 here in the frame. Sudica on second, Tucker on first. Davis had the first base hit of the ball game back in the first inning, a 1-out single after Jackson Tucker's flyout. 2-strike pitch going home to Hamilton. That's off the corner. And the lefty's got more life. 1-2. Still a good count for Lott. Lott stares in, working the middle of the rubber. Sudica on second, Tucker on first. Runners on the move. Hamilton swings and line drives into right center field. That's going to get down. Tucker will round second. He will head for third. Sudica coming around third. He's going to try and score. He will get in standing up. The Mallards have cut into the lead. It's 2-1 here in the third with nobody out and runners on the corners. RBI for Hamilton.
That's already his second hit of the game.
Boy, I'll tell you, I think Tucker would have scored if he saw the ball down earlier. Dwight Allen's got really good speed out in center. Van Ness runs pretty well himself in right, but he just hesitated a ton. He was 1 step to the right of second base. He held up, and he only was able to get to third. And now it's Alex Harrell, one of the best bats in the league right now, steps in with runners on the corners. First pitch to him is the slider outside, 1-0. Big swing for Hamilton, cuts into the Wausau lead. Helped out that Sudica was on the move, but he even had to pause for a moment. Took a simple step forward and touched third base. Slider way outside. He's yanking that thing. 2-0. 2-1 Wausau, top of the third inning from Athletic Park. Madison threatening here, runners on the corners with nobody out. The pitch to Harrell. Takes a fastball for a strike. That is right in the kid's wheelhouse. Wausau does have an arm up and getting loose in their bullpen beyond the left field wall. Chain link fence. Madison's bullpen is in the field of play down the right field line. Alex Harrell ahead here 2-1 against Garrett Lott, who throws home. Slider blocked nicely by McGann. 3-1 in the count, and Wausau's bullpen is going to have to maybe expedite their process a little bit beyond the 304 fence and left. Alex Harrell rocking the pink arm sleeve on his right arm, says no particular reason, he just likes the flash. 3-1 up and in, ball 4. Alex Harrell walks bases loaded for the Ducks. Nobody out here in the third. Ross Davis, the interim manager right now for Wausau, he will take the long walk out from the third base dugout to converse with Garrett Lott. Here in the inning, walk, single, walk. Madison's cut into the lead. It's 2-1 Wausau. Remember, a Madison win here tonight would clinch the division. And they would play on Sunday against Green Bay from Warner Park in Madison. So we've seen the struggle with the fastball from Lott. Big righty. And here comes Keenan Taylor. A 3-run home run 2 nights ago against Wisconsin Rapids after the Ty Johnson grand slam. Looked like Madison was right back in it, but the Raptors, man, they looked sharp in game 1. Then they fell apart in game 2. First pitch from Lott to Taylor. Fastball taken for a strike, likely the highest it will go from plate umpire Philip Jean Louis. Bases juiced full of Mallards here. The top third of the order is on. Tucker on third, Hamilton on second, Harrell on first. 0-1 to Taylor. Throws home, slider, swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch. That was a thoughtless wave from Taylor. Way outside. He wasn't close to that pitch. Way out in front of it. Thought he was going to get the fastball. Instead, he got the sweeper. 0-2. Throws home. There's the slider, and it bangs Taylor. And now 1 out for Cal Fisher. In the third inning, bases loaded full of Mallards. They've got to score here. Too many times this year we have seen Madison go down with the bases loaded and only having none or 1 out. So even a sacrifice fly here for Taylor, much like he did a few nights ago, would help out Madison tie the ball game. Slider lands for strike one, and Garrett Lott has found it here in the third. Not a good sign for Madison, but for Wausau. If they want to keep that arm in the pen right now, best case scenario for the Chucks. 2-1 Wausau, bases loaded for the Mallards. The 0-1 pitch. That's hit well into center field. That might fall down. Allen coming on. It's going to fall. Madison will tie the ball game. So Tucker is in. Cal Fisher, an RBI single, ties the game at 2. It just floated up into the air. Funkhauser, Blanchard, and Allen converged together, and they could not make the play. Remember, Allen runs with a ton of speed in center field. He was unable to get there. This game is tied, bases still loaded with one down for Liam Moreno, who singled in his first try. First pitch fouled off from Moreno back to the screen. It's a big-time swing for Cal Fisher, RBI number 27. All tied at 2. Madison right back in this thing. Chance to take the lead here in the third against reliever Garrett Lott. 0-1. Slider cut on and missed. Just like Taylor. An ugly swing for Moreno. He reached way out there to try and poke it, unable to come up with any contact, and it's 0-2. Remember, Lott just took down Taylor on 3 pitches. Moreno looking to give Madison the lead here. With McCann waiting next, the 0-2 pitch, he swings and just taps it foul. He reached way out for the slider. 79-mile-an-hour spinner from Garrett Lott. 2-2, Madison and Wausau. 0-2 was the count to Liam Moreno. Bases still loaded. Here comes. Slider taken up and in, just off the edge from Lott. He wanted that call, and so did Matt McGann, and likely around, well, let's say a couple hundred here at Athletic Park. Good-sized crowd, even through that hour and 52-minute delay. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Moreno. He waits on the fastball, and it's way outside. 2-2. Hamilton off of third. Harrell retreats to second, and Cal Fisher, his single puts him on first. He takes his lead off behind the first baseman, Jimenez. Gave Wausau 2 runs back in the first. 2-2 pitch. Reaches out, spoils it off over to the right side. Donnie Scott nods his head at Liam, says, hey, let's go, man. This is where your veteran leadership comes in. A third-year Mallard, signed to a 10-day contract to begin the year, went down to the Florida League, and now returns here to Madison. He's been one of the better bats since his return. 2-2 again. Liam flies down the right field line. That's going to soar foul. He stays alive. I would expect fully that Garrett Lott goes to a slider here. Start it in and have it end in the strike zone and just challenge Moreno to swing at that thing. Bases loaded for the Mallards. 2-2 tie in a big ball game here from Athletic Park. 2-2 pitch. Slider is popped up behind home plate, and that will reach the seats. So exactly what the forecast predicted. The slider that starts at the front shoulder and lands in the strike zone. Moreno just swats it off. Still 2-2. Last pitch was number 31 from Lott here in the second. Wausau's bullpen already depleted a bit. 3 more pitches, he is done. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch home to Moreno. He grounds towards short. It's going to be a tough play at second base. Moreno sprinting towards first. Cal Fisher is out at second base. That will score the go-ahead run. Mallards 3, Woodchucks 2 here in the third. Liam Moreno's fielder's choice RBI puts the Mallards in front for the first time tonight. Cal tried to race into second. Funkhauser threw to Blanchard, and Fisher thought that he was off the bag. Not the case. He was there. Now it's McCann with runners on the corners. First pitch fastball dumped in for a strike. Madison in front for the first time here tonight. The 0-1 from Lott. McCann takes, and it's strike 2. So Garrett Lott, his day will be done following this inning, as this next pitch will be numbered 35. The Chucks will once again have to go to the pen. They'll have their third arm in 4 innings. But Lott looking to get rid of McCann here in a one-run ball game. 0-2 down the line. A fair ball. That's going to score. Harrell from third. Moreno digs all the way around. He's going to get to third. McCann into second. Mallards 4-2 here in the third. It hugged the line the entire way down. It tucked itself into the corner. And Chad McCann, RBI number 4 on the year, is a big one. The Mallards have a 2-run spread. That's big-time stuff for Chad McCann. His double scores 1, puts runners on second and third. Now for David Melfi. Moreno off of third, McCann on second. Melfi waves and misses. Inside fastball. The timing a little off here for Melfi to start the day. 3 misses so far for Melfi. Fly ball to left field his first time around, an inning ago, which was 2 hours ago. Lott comes set down at the belt. The 0-1 pitch comes home. Melfi fouls it back. Couple extra jeers from the Wausau crowd as David Melfi was designated as the beer batter here today. Madison 4, Wausau 2. Lott's day will be done after this inning. He has eclipsed that 35 pitch mark here in the Northwoods League. His day is done. 0-2. Comes home. Slider. Cut on and missed. Melfi down on strikes. And 2-for-1 beer here at Athletic Park for those who have stayed. Madison takes a 4-2 lead on RBI swings from Hamilton, Fisher, Moreno, and McCann here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Bottom of the third inning from Athletic Park here in Wausau, Wisconsin. Madison 4, Wausau 2. Here comes the meat of the Chucks order against Tyler Avery, who's still out there. He has been the starting pitcher for Madison for 3 hours, yet he has only completed 2 innings of work. Avery from the windup, kicks and deals, throws home. Bender in for strike 1 against Trent Van Ness with that wide open batting stance. His left foot is all the way back on the chalk. Almost beyond that right-handed batter's box. The 0-1 pitch, curveball again, is tapped foul back behind home plate by Van Ness. 0-2 from Tyler Avery. Next pitch will be number 55 from Tyler. 4 walks so far, 2 strikeouts. Both were back in the first. 2 walks in both innings thrown so far. 0-2 fastball, got the corner, sits down Van Ness for out number 1 here in the third. Second time he's gotten Van Ness tonight, swinging the first try and looking here in the third. So here is where the damage came from all the way back in the first. Andrew Jimenez batting 5 spot today. 2 out, 2 RBI double. First pitch from Avery. Fastball is just dribbled towards third. The slow grass taking it down. Sudica throws to first. It's in time to get him. 2 gone here in the third.
Batting the second baseman.
From the
Ryan
perch up here,
Blanchard.
it just looked exactly like that grass slowed the ball down in front of Noah Sudica before he was able to make the throw because of how wet it really is, even with the tarp being on for as long as it was. They got the tarp on in plenty of time before the hardest part of the rain came. Fastball by the hands of the righty Blanchard. It's 1-0. Have yet to see who the Chucks will throw come the fourth inning. There's a curveball up and in. 2 balls, no strikes from Avery, looking for a walkless third inning here. Curious to see who Madison will throw. Following Avery, 2-0 pitch, fastball in the zone, strike 1. 2-1 from Tyler. Starting to work quickly in the first 2 innings. Quite a few times we saw that pitch clock tick under 10. Takes his time here, but for the most part, he's been moving before that 10-second mark as he does the same here. Fastball's tight, 3-1. Lost a little velocity on the fastball since the delay. Last one in there at 87. 3-1 pitch to Blanchard. That's a line drive back up the middle. Fisher's not going to get there. He dives for it and slides a little bit further because of the wet grass. It's a 2-out single for Blanchard. And that'll put McGann at the plate with 2 away and a runner on first. Just hit number 2 for Wausau, yet the score is 4-2. Madison on top.
Grounded out to Hamilton his first time up. And
McGann, 237 to enter today. 3 RBIs and no homers. As Tyler throws home, first pitch fastball is just low for Gene Luis. We entered our delay at 7:11 p.m. Central Standard Time. We resumed play a little after the 9 o'clock hour. Avery throws on 1-0. There's a curveball dumped in for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike in the count with McGann. 2 away, 4-2 Madison here in the third. On the road in Wausau, Wisconsin Athletic Park, the location. The final matchup of the year here at this park between Madison and Wausau. Curveball is low, 2-1 from Avery. Again, this is a club putting a lot of trust in a guy that spent the entire year in the bullpen and prior to arriving here in Madison had not thrown a single inning in collegiate baseball. Fastball is pulled glove side, 3-1. Avery's got to reel it in here. Got to start throwing more strikes. He looks real good out of the gate here in the third. The backwards K of Van Ness and then the bounce out of Jimenez. But now 3-1. Fastball clips the corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full. Madison leading by 2. Blanchard, the runner on first in a somewhat homer-friendly ballpark here at Athletic Park. McGann does not have any. 3 balls and 2 strikes as Avery stares in, throws home. He falls off the mound, and that's going to be ball 4. No, pardon, just a balk. So the good thing for Avery is he didn't release the ball towards home, which would have been ball 4. Nonetheless, it's just a balk. And Blanchard will take second. He was on the move anyway, and he had a good jump. It was all up to Philip Jean Luis and Brandon Smith, the third base umpire, who stands right behind the mound a little over to the left side. 3 balls, 2 strikes against McGann here in the third. Avery looks back towards second, throws home, fastball high hit into right field. Moreno ranging over, looking into the lights. He makes the catch, and that will end the bottom of the third inning. So Tyler Avery, a scoreless third after a scoreless second prior to the weather delay. It's 4-2 Madison in their chase for the playoffs here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Madison 4, Wausau 2 here from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. Madison on the road one final time here in the regular season. If they were to clinch playoff berth here tonight, they would start at home on Sunday and then play at least one from Capital Credit Union Park in Green Bay on Monday, and then if necessary a game 3 on Tuesday. New pitcher out there for the Woodchucks. It's already the third of the day. It's Logan Haslam. Starting pitcher Henry Cohn went 2, and then the hour and 52-minute weather delay with the thunderstorm rolling through Wausau. And really the majority of Wisconsin sent a number of ball games into delays. And then Garrett Lott threw over the 35 pitch limit in the third. Madison scoring 4 and taking the lead. So now it's Haslam. First pitch fastball is below the zone to start Noah Sudica, who led off the third inning against Lott. He walked, ended up being the first Mallards run of the game to come home on the Davis Hamilton RBI single. Fastball low and away. That's way outside. Haslam from Willamette University, native of Castro Valley, California. No record on the year, just one save. ERA at 0, over 6 1/3. 2 balls, no strikes to Noah Sudica. Waving the bat over his right shoulder. He readies now. 2-0 pitch coming home from Haslam. That's ripped into left field. A little blooper that's going to bleed down. And Noah Sudica has a base hit after going hitless his last time out there. Remember that Green Bay series. He had 2 different multi-hit games after the home run he hit on Sunday last week against Fond du Lac. Leadoff man on for the second consecutive inning, and for the second straight inning, it's Noah Sudica to reach first. Here is the top of Donnie Scott's order. Jackson Tucker stepping in from the right side. 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the third on the Cal Fisher single. First pitch, fastball right above the head of Tucker. Limboed out of the way. 27 stolen bases for Tucker. He's a threat when he gets on the base paths. Sudica out in front of him right now. 1-0 pitch from Haslam. Fastball shot foul up and over the right side of the grandstands. 1 ball, 1 strike against JT. Haslam's usage each time out has gotten less and less. He pitched 3 times in the span of a week. 3 innings against the Raptors back on the 2nd. And then 2 1/3 against the Raptors on the 5th. And then against Fond du Lac, just 1 inning 3 days ago. Slider a little high. 2 balls and 1 strike against Tucker. 4-2 Madison from Athletic Park on what was a rainy Friday night here in Wausau. Fireworks have been canceled. 2-1. That's tight. 3 balls and 1 strike now against JT. He had to shoot his arms up out of the way, much like Derek Jeter used to do. 2 runs in the first for the Woodchucks, 4 in the third for Madison. 3-1 pitch coming home from Haslam after a big deep breath. Collects himself, throws fastball off the zone, ball 4. Tucker walks. A Sudica single and a Tucker walk puts 2 on for Davis Hamilton, who's 2 for 2. Back-to-back innings, Sudica and Tucker have reached base to begin the frame, and Haslam, the redshirt junior here, struggling a touch out of the pen. All 6'5", 190 of them. Brown flowing locks off the back of his cap. First pitch to Hamilton is off the corner. Remember, Davis fell behind 0-2 in his previous AB against Lott after the mound visit from catcher Matt McGann and second baseman Ryan Blanchard. And then Hamilton sprayed that single to score the run. Noah Sudica, a big lead off of third. Runners on the move. Tucker's into second base. Sudica into third. And just like Wausau did in the first, Madison steals second and third base with 2 runners on, putting 2 in scoring position now for Davis Hamilton in a 1-1 count as the last pitch was thrown for a strike. Sudica had a massive jump. 1-1 pitch here to Hamilton. Slider up and away. 2-1. Madison threatening once again here in the 4th, just like they have in all 3 innings so far. third inning was by far the biggest threat. They come around to score 4. They put a runner on with 1 out in both the first and the second. And now nobody out. Runners on second and third here in the fourth. 2-1 pitch, wave and a miss. That's the change there from Haslam. 4 hits, 3 walks allowed on the year. Now make it 5 and 4. On those 2 totals for the 6'5" righty from California. 2-2 pitch coming here to Davis Hamilton, looking to put the ball in play. He fouls it up and over the netting across the left side in front of what is still a prominent crowd here in Wausau. Two balls, 2 strikes as Haslam throws home to Davis Hamilton. He golfs a foul ball up and over the left side once again. Good AB here from Davis. A win and Madison is in. Any insurance they can pick up here on the road from Athletic Park is big time insurance. Premium, you might want to call it. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Haslam. Throws home once again to Hamilton. And it's up and outside. Full count. Davis looking to reach for a third straight time to begin the ball game. He reached in the first on a single and then singled home Noah Sudica in the 3rd inning. Haslam middle of the rubber. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kicks and deals home. Hamilton swings and misses. Strike 3. Down he goes for out number 1. That's a big strikeout for Logan Haslam here in the 4th. So here is Alex Harrell. And the first pitch to him is a fastball taken low. That was a quick exchange there between Hamilton and Harrell at the plate. Alex walked and scored his last time around in the 3rd. Sudica on 3rd. Tucker on 2nd. The 1-0 pitch. Big wave and a miss from Harrell. He was behind the 89-mile-an-hour heater from Haslam. Wausau, another arm getting loose up in their bullpen. Johnny Allstaff day for Ross Davis and the Woodchucks. The 1-1 pitch. Bender lands in for a strike. 1-2. Harrell looking to extend this absolute tear of a streak he's been on. 17 for his first 38 at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Haslam throws home. Breaking ball up high, 2-2. Madison out hitting Wausau 6-2, looking to add on to their lead. Leadoff single for Sudica and a walk to Tucker. Hamilton struck out. Now the 2-2 from Haslam. Inside, did it get Harrell? Yes, it did. Bases will be loaded, and he kind of wanted to stay in there for a moment. Philip Jean Luis turns over to the Wausau dugout as Ross Davis calls out, did that really get him? And Jean Luis nods his head yes, so the bases will be loaded for Keenan Taylor, who went down on 3 consecutive against Garrett Lott in his last AB. Man, could Keenan make a statement right here? One big swing of the bat could put an absolute jolt into this club. And a 4-2 lead. Bases loaded. First pitch from Haslam. He comes home. Keenan swings and misses. Well behind the fastball. Once again, around that high 80s, low 90s number. That one touched 90 miles an hour.
Of course, with bases loaded and the ducks on the pond, literally, there is a force in every bag.
0-1. Keenan line drive into right field. It's going to be right at Van Ness. Sudica will tag. He will come to the plate. The throw from Van Ness comes all the way home. Sudica slides in safe with the right hand on the top corner of the plate. And Madison takes a 5-2 lead here in the 4th. What a slide by Noah Sudica. I'm interested to see if there's any kind of umpires meeting to potentially appeal this call. It doesn't seem like Ross Davis is all too worried about the call from Philip Jean Luis. He's right up on the top step of the Wausau dugout, and now he backs down. And now it's Cal Fisher with runners on 1st and 2nd, and 2 gone. 5-2 Madison. First pitch fastball ripped high into the air. Well foul. Boy, he towered that ball over towards the biggest light pole down the third baseline. Much needed insurance run for Madison in the third. Big lead off of second for Tucker. Pitch comes home to Fisher, and he lays off the slider low and away, 1-1. Van Ness barely had to move out in right field. His throw was a good one. On one hop, came to the plate. 1-1 pitch from Haslam. Big deep breath. Settles, throws home. Fastball's up and in to Fisher, 2-1. Cal this morning named to the All-Star postseason team alongside Canyon Brown and Owen Jackson. Runner on the move, Tucker over to third as Fisher pops up. That's across the Wausau infield. It's McGinnis charging in fair ground. He makes a catch. He drops down to his left knee, but still is able to catch it, staring up into the stadium lights. Madison takes a 5-2 lead now against Logan Haslam here in the fourth as the Mallards chase the playoffs here from Wausau on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Five-2 Madison from Athletic Park here in Wausau, Wisconsin. Tyler Avery back to work, kicks and deals first pitch. A bunt laid down the third base line by Funkhauser and rolls foul over towards the home of the Woodchucks dugout. Funkhauser walked back in the second. Was able to reach third base as the 0-1 comes home. There's a curveball that dumped in for a strike. 0-2 from Tyler Avery. Madison 4 runs in the third, 1 in the fourth. 0-2, throws home, fastball onto the corner. Gene Luis does not pull the trigger. David Melfi holds for an extra moment. Tyler Avery had his back turned. He thought it was strike 3. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Tyler. Throws it home, curveball, hit up into the air to the right side of the Mallards infield. Waiting on it, Hamilton, backpedaling, makes the catch in the outfield grass for out number 1. And Jacob Boos now stepping in for the Woodchucks. They pair back-to-back lefties at 9-1 in the order. It's Boos and then Adair. First pitch, line drive hit towards Hamilton on one hop on a backhand, throws to first, and Davis Hamilton takes care of 2 outs consecutively here in the fourth. A Madison 5-2 lead, and now back to the top for Mike Adair. Bottom of the fourth inning here is Avery getting ready to throw to Adair. The Northwoods League is proud to partner with the authentic Stadium Mustard this season. For over 50 years, Stadium Mustard has been offered at stadiums, ballparks, and arenas coast to coast. Change up low and away. 1-0 from Avery to Adair. And the Mallards are proud to be serving Stadium Mustard back at home at Warner Park. Loved by millions. Stadium Mustard. Ground ball back towards short. Cal Fisher reaches down 360s. Throws to first. You've got to be kidding me, Cal Fisher. That kid is something else over at shortstop. Wow. That's going to do it for the home fourth. It's 5-2 Madison on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Five-2 Madison, bottom of the fourth inning, ends in a highlight reel sort of way for Cal Fisher at shortstop, ranged way over to his left. Picked it up by the thread of his mitt, 360'd and threw to first on a line, a fastball to Chad McCann to catch the leadoff man, Mike Adair. Liam Moreno digs in the leadoff. He took a first pitch, change up low. Man, he is ahead 1-0. Logan Haslam still in there. Fastball thrown in. 2 balls, no strikes to Liam. We're in the top of the fifth inning from Athletic Park. 5-2 is the Mallards' lead. They control their own destiny. They are fully in the driver's seat after their victory over Wisconsin Rapids last night. 2-0 pitch. It's cracked into center field, sending Allen all the way back. He's going to be in front of the track, start to backpedal, and put away out number 1 against Liam here in the fifth.
First baseman Chad McCann.
Chad McCann, one of the bigger swings of the game so far, gave Madison their 3-run lead. Their 2-run lead back in third, and then the RBI sacrifice fly from Taylor gave him the 3-run lead. Here is McCann. First pitch to him is grounded foul up and over the left side of the foul line.
What would you say has been one of your favorite memories so far this summer, just being around the ballpark? Going to like Mancini and Marseille, best picture of them, and that's especially.
Nothing in one coming home to McCann from Haslam. He swings and misses. That slider has looked really sharp. Both from Garrett Lott and for Logan Haslam. The slider bending away from a righty. It's like Madison hasn't seen that pitch before. Just in the way that they're missing at it. There's a slider hit well in the left field. Back goes Adair towards the wall, and another catch right in front of the warning track for the Woodchucks outfield. That's lots of arm action from Chad McCann, but he's a strong fella, and he poked it all the way out to left. 2 gone here in the top of the fifth inning. 5-2 is Madison's lead. David Melfi now. First pitch from Haslam. That's ripped on the ground and just fouled about a foot over the chalk. He has been early. There's no question about that in his last few games as he wipes the water off of his bat as Philip Jean Luis. He just steps into the right-handed batter's box, kind of takes the spot of David Melfi. David and Matt McGann both laughing at the crew chief. It'll be the same umpiring crew tomorrow from Warner Park for game 71. Mallards playing one less game here in the campaign than they were supposed to. 0-1 swing and a miss on the slider. Madison lost that one extra game when they visited Kalamazoo, Michigan to play against the Growlers, and the air quality stole game number 72 away from the club. The 0-2 pitch coming here from Haslam. Swing and a miss. Slider gets Melfi second straight time. He's been struck out. Madison takes a 5-2 lead into the bottom of the fifth inning in their chase for the playoffs here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Three-run lead for Madison from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. It's 5-2. A Madison win puts them into the playoffs as the Great Lakes West second half champions. They've still got to shut Wausau down the rest of the way here as these nagging Woodchucks at 35-35 overall, 15-20 in the second half, tied for fourth place in the West, behind Madison by 6.5 ball games. Andrew Ravello is a new arm for Madison here to begin the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch from him, fastball hit well into right center field. Long run for Tucker all the way over to the track. He settles under it and makes the catch. One gone on one pitch for Andrew Ravello, the 6'4", 200-pound native of Lakewood, California. 19 years old, playing out of Los Angeles Harbor College, has one more year at LA Harbor before he's able to graduate from his JUCO and move along to whatever that next step may be. Sounds like he wants to stay over in California by home. First pitch to McGinnis, swung on and missed. Now Ravello, he can reach back for the fastball. He's touched as high as 94 in his last outing. 13 2/3 turned in on the year. ERA, hair under 6. Fastball just off the edge. 1 ball, 1 strike against Mike McGinnis, who walked and stole a base back in the first and then rolled into a fielder's choice with the bases loaded in the second. That was right after the delay. 1-1 hit up into the air, right side. Chad McCann will trot over and watch it fly into the stands. Last time out there for Velo, 2 innings against Fond du Lac in the win on Sunday. 2 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts. One of his better outings of the year, and yes, he did allow the home run. It was a mistake pitch again. Still trying to figure that out. 1-2 here. Fastball, shot foul over the right side. He continues to say, you know, at some point, I'm going to stop making the one mistake. I'm working on a couple of tweaks right now to fix that one issue. And he was very pleased with his last outing against Fond du Lac. 1-2 pitch, he hooked the slider way over to the glove side and bounced right in front of the chalk in the left-handed batter's box. 2-2 against Mike McGinnis here, playing in his 57th game of the summer. 5-2 is the Madison lead, bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 pitch from Ravello, spins a slider low and the count runs full. The most likely combination the rest of the game is Ravello, Hansen, and then Bennett to close it out for Madison. Here comes the full count pitch from Ravello. That's fouled back to the netting. And we'll do the 3-2 again. Ravello holding the ball down towards the belt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now comes Seth. Throws home on 3-2. That's a fastball up high. McGinnis walks for the second time tonight. Tyler Avery's final stat line tonight: 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. But the boo-boo was the 4 walks. 5-2 Madison, bottom of the 5th inning from Athletic Park in Wausau. A win puts the team in. First pitch to Van Ness, changeup low from Ravello. They just need strikes from the pitchers the rest of the way. Pitch to this Wausau lineup that outside of McGinnis does not hit for much power. Could include Van Ness in that conversation too. Fastball gets Van Ness. He will walk. 2 runners will be on here against Andrew Ravello with 1 out in the 5th.
Now batting the first baseman, Andrew Jimenez.
So Jimenez will step in now. He has the 2 RBI double back in the 1st inning that put Wausau on the board at 2-0. McGinnis on second, Van Ness on first, and the righty Jimenez digs in. Now 7 RBIs on his year, no homers. Ravello looks back towards second. Big leg kick comes home. Fastball off the corner, 1-0. Madison in their all aqua blue uniforms today with that cheese yellow piping down the legs and around the sleeves with the 2 ducks on the left and right shoulder, reading script Madison in white across the chest. Ravello throws home. Fastball way over to the side. Melfi's going to throw it on the 3rd. Tag applied late by Sudica. 2 runners in scoring position now. On a wild pitch from Ravello. So now he's got to figure out how to reel it in, just like Tyler Avery to start the ball game. Remember, Ravello was the arm getting loose right before the delay ended, and now Sean Brown, pitching coach, will head out to the bump to converse with Melfi and Ravello. He just needs strikes here. Jimenez looks to drive in another 2 runs. Quick mound visit from Brown. Ravello got a first pitch out against Dwight Allen to begin the inning out into center field for Jackson Tucker. And now it's Jimenez batting in a 2-0 count with runners on second and third. McGinnis the runner on third. Van Ness is back on second. 2-0 pitch from Ravello. Fastball hit off the mask of David Melfi. Ravello back in the zone. He slowed down the fastball. He's been trying to reach back for it. 87 on that last pitch from Andrew. Ravello takes the hill once again and now steps back onto the rubber. 2 runners on. Madison leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First relief arm of the day. 2-1 pitch coming home. That's low. Another 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Ravello. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a wild pitch has put 2 runners on second and third And now it's 3-1 against Jimenez. Ravello throws. That's fouled back.
Elevated fastball.
Second full count of the inning now for Ravello. 16 pitches so far for Andrew out of the Mallards bullpen, relieving Tyler Avery here in the fifth. 2 runners on, 3-2 count, 1 out, throws home, swing and a miss. Big pitch there from Ravello. He reaches back for 90 on the outside corner, and Jimenez goes after it. He may have swung at ball 4. It would have been up to Philip Jean Luis, the plate umpire. But now Ravello's got a chance to go right after Ryan Blanchard, who's 1 for 2 tonight. He reached back in the third on a single and struck out in the first against Avery.
6 hits in his last 6 games played for the soon-to-be Chico State product in California.
First pitch to him. Fastball hits the inside corner. So he flips from the outside to the inside, and Blanchard, the second baseman, takes a long walk out of the batter's box on the right side, takes a hack, and digs back in. Did not like that call from Jean Luis behind the plate. Madison's defense plays the righty straight up. Pitch comes home, slider low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike against Blanchard. Fly out of Allen on the first pitch, a walk, a hit by pitch, and a wild pitch has put runners on second and third. And then the 3-2 strikeout of Jimenez. 5-2 Madison here in the home fifth. Ravello throws fastball inside. That's just off the corner from where he threw the pitch to begin this AB.
2-1 count now from Ravello to Ryan Blanchard. Ravello came in only with 6 walks. 2 of them came against the Woodchucks. His first time.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ravello holds in front of his chest, throws home, and hits the zone. 2-2, even count. Fastball again from Ravello. He's been pretty fastball heavy here in his first inning of work. He threw 1 slider that landed for a strike. Other than that, the slider's been pulled glove side, low and away. It's pretty much where that spray chart is for Ravello this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He throws home, and he just misses with the slider low. Doesn't get much better than that. And once again, we are full with Ravello at 22 pitches.
2 outs. Ryan Blanchard looking to keep him alive for the Woodchucks.
Runners on second and third. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Blanchard. As Ravello throws home again, waiting next. It's popped up and back behind home plate and foul.
Northwoods League After Dark. In this athletic park finale. Bottom of the 5th.
Gonna do the 3 ball, 2 strike pitch again to Blanchard as Ravello looks in, throws home, and misses with the fastball. Bases loaded for the Woodchucks here in the 5th. A 3rd walk from Ravello. It'll now be Matt McGann batting with the bases loaded and 2 away. You just got to do anything you can to get the out here and protect this lead if you're Ravello. He knows what's on the line. It's a young kid out there throwing for Madison. Sophomore from LA Harbor at 19 years old. Back-to-back 19-year-olds for Madison to start the ball game. First pitch to McGann. Fly ball into center field. Tucker ranging way over into right center field. He settles under. He makes the catch. Bases left loaded on 1 pitch from Ravello to McGann. And the 19-year-old does the job. 3 left on. Madison holding on to a 3-run lead as we go to the 6th inning here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Top of the 6th inning, Logan Haslam still out there for the Woodchucks, trying to keep the lead at 3 for Madison. Madison's third baseman, Noah Sudica, leads off here in the road at 6th inning, holding on to a 3-run lead. It's a win and you're in situation for the Ducks here on the road. Haslam holds down at the belt. First pitch from the stretch to begin the inning. As a fastball just low to begin. Sudica back-to-back innings that Noah led off. He reached base. Then Madison goes down 1-2-3 in the 5th. Sudica led off the 3rd and the 4th. 1-0 pitch to him. Check to swing. Fastball just in off the corner. 2 balls and no strikes. Defense plays Sudica straight up. Van Ness perhaps a little shallow compared to Adair in right field. Fastball hit on the ground towards the third base side. High hop for McGinnis, who throws over to first, and Sudica retired to begin the 6th inning. Back to the top of the Mallards order here. Jackson Tucker will bat with one away. Haslam's really settled in for Wausau out of the bullpen. Now 2 1/3 turned in, 39 total pitches as number 40 is about to be on its way to start Tucker. First pitch swinging and popping up to the third base side. McGinnis under it, and he makes the catch right in the palm of the glove. It fell out for a moment, and he was still able to corral it. 2 out quickly here in the 6th inning, and that'll hand the torch over to Davis Hamilton. Davis Hamilton from the left side now. They'll shift slightly against Dave. First pitch from Haslam. Takes fastball in 1-0. Reminder that the Northwoods League is giving you the opportunity to play NWL Lucky 7 every day for your shot at $100,000. You can find the NWL Lucky 7 game at northwoodsleague.com under the gaming tab. Answer 7 questions correctly about action in the Northwoods League and you could win $100,000. The game is free to play. You must be at least 21. Terms and conditions apply. Now 2-0, change up off the corner. To start, Hamilton waves the bat out once, now wiggles it over the left shoulder, waits on the pitch from Haslam, comes home, fastball up high, 3-0. Harrell waits next. He's walked twice today, a walk and a hit by a pitch his last time around. Hamilton 2 for 3, 2 singles in his first 2 tries. He walks here on 4 straight against Haslam, and the first batter to reach after 7 consecutive were sat down by Haslam. Know all about the damage that Alex Harrell has done at the plate as of late. 17 for his first 38 as a Mallard. First pitch to him, fastball up by the chin. He just bends out of the way. 1-0 to start Harrell. 5 consecutive are outside of the zone from Logan Haslam. Nobody up in the Wausau bullpen. It's all him right now. 10 on the pitch clock, comes home on 1-0. Down the line, a fair ball, a bullet down into the corner. Hamilton's going to round second. He's going to come towards third. Adair comes up with it. Donnie's going to hold Hamilton at third. And Alex Harrell continues his tear here in the second half of the year. Perfect time for that kid to come on and double. It's a two-man on, two-man out situation in the 6th inning for Madison. Now with Keenan Taylor coming to the plate. Keenan, a sacrifice fly his last time around. Remember, 3 knocks last night. His 3-hit performance yesterday was the 36th time this year that Madison's had a player with 3 or more hits. Been really impressive to see the multiple hit train really start to pick up for Madison here later on in the year. There was a long pause for a while, about 2 weeks, where nobody had a 3-hit game. Taylor swings and misses at a weird-looking slider. It bounced in front of the left-handed batter's box, and Keenan just reached out for it, just kind of willingly. Second time that Keenan's waved and missed on a slider nowhere close to the plate. Again, 1-2. I don't know if it's the lights for Keenan or he just can't tell the ball out of the hand. He's 0 for 2 tonight with that sack in the fourth. He hit it off of Haslam. Here comes the 1-2. There's the bender low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He started a little bit further in this time, did Haslam. Hamilton on third, Harrell on second. 2 balls, 2 strikes coming here to Taylor with 2 gone. Slider off the corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cal Fisher waits next. Madison by 3 here in the top of the 6th inning from Athletic Park. Target set up from McGann. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Taylor. He hits it high into the air, deep left field. This ball's got a chance way back into the corner and a foul ball. Keenan Taylor demolished a baseball to left. He took some stitches out of that ball. We may never see it again. And now he's got to trot all the way back to home after disposing of the ash bat. Madison would have had a 6-run lead here in the 6th inning. Man, oh man, he got every single bit of the barrel on that baseball. And we're going to have to do 3-2 here again after that loud crack of the bat from KT. Here it comes from Haslam. Back up the middle, he gloves it. And Haslam will underhand flip to first. So Taylor, his ball goes just foul, called by plate umpire Philip Jean Luis. Madison holds on to a 3-run lead as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball.
Leading off over the Woodchucks, the shortstop.
5-2 Madison lead as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning, the home half for the Wausau Woodchucks against Andrew Ravello. It'll be Funkhauser, Boos, and the leadoff man, Mike Adair. 7-2 in the hit column, Madison in front, but scoreboard by 3, 5-2 as Ravello throws home first pitch. Fastball is low to start Funkhauser. The Chuck shortstop is 2 for his first 32. He walked back in the second against Tyler Avery. Ravello throws. That's hit well into left field. Here comes Alex Harrell. He'll make the catch. So it'll now be Jacob Boos as Ravello cleans off the mound. Once again, another quick first out. He got Dwight Allen with a fly ball back in the 5th on 1 pitch. It takes 2 to take down Funkhauser. And that's where the wheels fell off a little bit with the command. A fastball away to start the lefty Boos. 2 walks and a hit by pitch in the 5th. Loaded the bases, and then a first pitch out of Matt McGann to leave him loaded. 1-0. Fastball nowhere close. Way up high from Ravello. 87 on the fastball. Bottom of the 6th inning. Madison and Wausau dueling here from Athletic Park. 2-0 pitch. Nowhere close again with the fastball. Ravello and Avery both struggling with command today. Couple different times he's really been locked in, throwing the fastball for first pitch strike. Not the case here today for really both of these pitchers. Fastball tossed in for a strike, 3-1. You know, it's at the point where for a Mallards pitcher in this ball game, you look at this Woodchucks lineup, you see they do not have the weapons they used to have. 3-1 is lifted into right center field. Long run for everybody involved. The right fielder Moreno all the way over. He cuts off Tucker and makes the catch. Long run for both JT and for Liam. And Liam hauls his backside over to make the catch here in the 6th inning. 2 gone. Back to the top, Mike Adair. But when we talk about this Woodchucks lineup, only 8 combined homers. Only 2 real seasoned guys still left on the team. That's Adair and McGinnis. First pitch is inside to start Adair, who's 0 for 3. 2 bounce outs and a line out to short. 1-0 pitch to the lefty. Fastball just off the zone. Still got to wait once in a while for Philip Jean Luis behind the plate. And again, Ravello falls behind. 2-0 pitch, high leg kick, tosses home, swing and a miss. Low fastball that Adair was just off of. 2-1 now from Andrew. Now working closer to the first base side of the rubber. 2-1 pitch is bounced in. 3 balls and a strike from Andrew Ravello. Tyler Avery, 73 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. 2 hits, 2 runs over 4 innings, and Ravello now in his 2nd inning of work. Looking for a second scoreless inning. Fly ball right field off the bat of Adair, sending Moreno back to the track. He settles down in front of it, looks up, it's off the wall. Moreno could not haul it in as his throw comes all the way to third. It'll bounce a couple of times. Adair in with a sliding triple, and Liam Moreno was just unable to glove it. He turned around and took an awkward hop off of the wall. And Adair, with a lot of speed, he ran towards third base. He had 3 on his mind immediately out of the box. So now it's Allen who has looked good in the box tonight. Lots of patience, a couple of big swings on foul balls. And then he poked the ball into the deepest part of in center field. And Tucker was able to chase it down, so he bats here with a runner on third and 2 away. Ravello throws home. Breaking ball just up high, 1-0. Tying run McGinnis. He waits on deck, 4 home runs on the year. Adair a sizable lead off at third as Ravello throws 1-0. Hit on the ground towards Fisher at short. On a backhand, the 18-year-old picks it up and throws. And Ravello, a 2nd consecutive scoreless inning. 3 innings to play from Athletic Park, right around the 10:30 mark in Central Standard Time. It's a 3-run lead for the Ducks on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Top of the 7th inning from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. Wausau running someone off the field. Oh, it was Funkhauser, the shortstop, because the throw from the catcher, McGann, had rolled all the way into center field. So no big deal here from Athletic Park. Cal Fisher steps in. First pitch to him is up and in to start the 7th inning. 5-2 Madison. Remember, a win and they're in. They need 9 outs, but they could use some extra added offense. 1-0 from Haslam. That's fouled right off the mask of the catcher, Matt McGann. We're in the one-piece set. Philip Jean Luis will take a long stroll out to the mound towards the pitcher, Logan Haslam. Give McGann a moment to collect himself. He flipped up his mask. Cal Fisher takes a big ol' sniff of the bat, like he does most times. He's in that right-handed batter's box. Looks back and smiles at both Philip and Matt, making sure that the catcher's okay. Final home game of the year for the Woodchucks. 1 ball, 1 strike from Haslam, coming home to Cal Fisher. Swing and a tap foul back behind home plate. Madison almost blew the door open in the 6th inning with Keaton Taylor's big swing to left field. It just hooked foul down the line. Philip Jean Luis made the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch home. Swing and a miss. Fisher strikes out. 3rd K now for Logan Haslam out of the bullpen. The 3rd arm used today for Wausau. So now it's Moreno with 1 away. He singled all the way back in the 2nd. An RBI fielder's choice in the 3rd extended the lead. First pitch to Moreno from Haslam. He swings and drills it into center field. Here comes Allen. He will hit the cruise control and make the catch into shallow center field. Good swing there by Moreno. But Dwight Allen was on it right from the rip, and now it's Chad McCann 2 up and 2 quickly down against Logan Haslam here in the 7th inning. Liam's been up the middle a ton today. His single in the 2nd was a line drive back into center. Now a fly out and a line out, both to Dwight Allen in center field. First pitch to McCann. Lays off the slider, but it's called for a strike, 0-1. Madison in the hit category, 7-3. Adair's triple was the most recent. Fastball hit up and foul by McCann. 291 in 2022 with 3 homers, all against Wausau. And so far today, he's 1 of 3. His double back in the 3rd, a fielder's choice in the 2nd. His one other try was a flyout in the 5th inning against Logan Haslam. The 0-2 pitch. There's the bender, but it doesn't bend much. It's way up high, 1-2. Haslam holds the glove up towards the chest. Over this, the Chuck script. Slider into the zone, called strike 3. Haslam has been perfect so far through his first 4 innings of work. We'll see if he continues, but we will stretch here from Athletic Park. Madison a 3-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Bottom of the 7th inning from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. Getting a little chilly here. From Wausau, a little over a 2-hour drive for the Mallards here today to get to the stadium. New pitcher out there for Madison, the 6'1" native of Sayville, New York, Jack Turner, the redshirt freshman from Suffolk County Community College. 2.25 ERA, 4 strikeouts against 3 walks. Over 4 innings, he is tossed in to a massive ball game here against 3-4-5. First pitch to McGinnis. Fastball way inside at 90. Matt Torres has had nothing but good things to say about Turner. The only negative thing is he can be a little sporadic with the fastball. 1-0 pitch. Hit up and foul over the right. We'll say from the early analysis of Jack Turner in his 3 ball games, his first one by far the worst against Wausau. He did not complete an out, and he walked 2 on 9 pitches. 1-1. McGinnis squared to bunt, but he lays off, pulls back fastball away at 91. He just did not look good that first time out there. Then against Fond du Lac last Saturday, 1 inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. 2-1 pitch is off the plate for ball 3. Every single one of Madison's pitchers, all 3 have struggled with their fastball command today. And his last time, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts against Green Bay. 3-1, got the zone, full count. 6'1", 200-pounder, pulled out of the Hamptons League to come pitch here with his teammate Matt Torres. Payoff pitch to McGinnis. Fastball in, a leadoff walk. I'm a little unsure of what the decision was to go to Turner here in the 7th. Strictly because of who Madison has available in the bullpen. They've got Cade Hansen and Jack Bennett available to go tonight in a game that obviously they would like to have. And I can understand that they likely do not want to empty the bullpen. First pitch to Van Ness, fastball up high. 0-for-2 with the hit by pitch his last time around in the 5th inning against Andrew Ravello. Ravello's day is done after 2 innings of scoreless work. 1-0 pitch that got the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Final stat line on Andrew, 2 innings, 39 pitches, 1 hit, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout. 1-1 to Van Ness with the wide open stance. Takes a fastball that's up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike from Athletic Park in Wausau after the leadoff walk to McGinnis. 2-1 pitch, that's popped up. Should be playable for the right side of the infield. It's David Melfi, the catcher, on an underhand grab, picking it out of the air. 1 gone here for Turner in the 7th inning. That's certainly not meant to be a dig against Jack Turner. It's just with the magnitude of the game here today, knowing what kind of pressure would be on the club if they had to go back home tomorrow, knowing Green Bay has a massive lead right now over the Rafters. First pitch here, fastball is just tapped back to Turner. He gloves it, he picks it up, tosses over to first where McCann stands on the bag, and on 1 pitch, Andrew Jimenez is taken care of. So, maybe sometimes your analysis is just a little bit too early. McGinnis takes off for second. Runner on second base now for Ryan Blanchard, who's reached his last 2 tries. Turner works middle of the rubber now to the righty Blanchard. 2:06 on the year coming in. McGinnis on second. First pitch fastball. Little bend out of the way from Blanchard. Ends across the top of the strike zone, but a little high for Philip Jean-Louis. It's a deceptive delivery, no doubt, from Turner. He holds the glove just above his left kneecap, then comes set down to the belt. Stares in. McGinnis is nearly halfway to third. Fastball got the zone this time a little bit lower, and Jean-Louis gives the benefit of the doubt to Turner here. So they've got Jack Turner on the mound, Jack Tucker in center. 5-2, Madison leads here in the 7th. 1-1 pitch from Turner. Fastball, a little high again. Little inconsistent across the top of that zone today for Philip Jean-Louis, but everywhere else has been very, very consistent. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. McGinnis on second after the leadoff walk. 2-1 pitch into the corner for a strike. 2-2 evened up from Turner. Stares in, target set up for Melfi. Throws home, Bender got him for strike 3. Sits down Blanchard for his first strikeout, and it's another scoreless inning for the Mallards bullpen. 3 consecutive. They hold on to a 5-2 lead as we go to the 8th inning here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Top of the 8th inning from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. 5-2 Madison leading. With a win, Madison clinches playoff berth as the champions of the second half in the Great Lakes West Division. Logan Haslam's first pitch is a fastball off the corner. Swung on and missed by Melfi. That's how we open the 8th inning. Melf today 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. His timing has just been a little off. He is the only Mallard yet to reach today. Swing and a miss. Slider gets him the chase. Melfi takes a long stroll out of the batter's box on the right side. Man, has Haslam looked cool, calm, and collected out of the bullpen. Kind of just got tossed in there after Lott's day was done as Melfi flies foul up and over the right side of the grandstands here from Athletic Park. Now 65 pitches for the reliever. 4 total innings turned in, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. 5-2 Madison in the 8th. 0-2 pitch from Haslam. Bends in for strike 3. Melfi down for a 3rd time tonight. 5 strikeouts tonight. Now for Haslam out of the bullpen, and it's Noah Sudica batting with 1 away. And nobody on here in the 8th inning. Madison needs 6 outs defensively. However, they could use all the insurance runs they could possibly get. Haslam works middle of the rubber, holds down at the belt, kicks and deals home. Sudica squares the bunt, lays off the high shed, and it's 1-0. 89 still from Haslam. The velocity has not teetered off from this righty. 1-0 pitch from Haslam. Fastball just tapped foul off the plate and into the glove of the catcher McGann. Madison's been held scoreless since the 4th, and Wausau, their 2 runs came all the way back in the 1st against Tyler Avery, the Mallard starter today. 2-run double hit by Andrew Jimenez gave the Chucks a 2-0 lead. Sudica drills this ball into left center field. Long run over there for Adair. He gets all the way back to the track and makes the catch down by his left knee. Sudica taking care of 2 away here in the road 8th inning. Lineup card flips over now for Jackson Tucker.
Center fielder Jackson Tucker.
Outfield has looked really good today for the Woodchucks. Madison having a little trouble with the ball in the air. However, still playing good baseball tonight. No errors for Woodchucks. 2 errors for the Mallards. First pitch fastball is up to JT. He's 0 for 2 today. 9-game hit streak is in jeopardy here in the 8th inning. That's fouled back 1-1. Madison would have the hardy part of the order coming to the plate if Haslam gets through Tucker here in the 8th inning. Back up the middle and a base hit right on cue. The hit streak advances to 10 for Jackson Tucker. And it'll be Davis Hamilton with 1 away, 2 away, and 1 on first.
Back-to-back 1-2-3s with that single. That'll bring up Davis Hamilton for a 5th time. Hamilton is 2 for 3.
So Davis has heard all about playing in the playoffs from his teammate from Sun Prairie and his teammate here, Liam Moreno, from Liam's trip back in 2021. And with the win here, Tucker on the move. Getting up to throw is McGann down to second base. His throw is a little off the mark. Tucker slides head first into second base. Stolen base number 30 for Jackson Tucker.
That is incredible. 30 stolen bases for Jackson Tucker.
It's 0-1 with Davis Hamilton now. An RBI chance for Dave with Tucker on second base. Came around to score back in the 3rd on a Davis Hamilton single. 0-1. Haslam throws home. Davis takes a strike. 0-2. It's looking like it will be Jack Turner once again in the 8th inning for Madison. And then potentially Jack Bennett in the 9th. The 0-2 pitch. Back up the middle, rolling towards second base. It's going to be gloved by the shortstop. Funkhauser now bounces away. Tucker comes in to score. An RBI single for Davis Hamilton. Madison 6-2 in the 8th inning. Man, the reflection off the mirror here in the booth has made it hard to see. And nonetheless, Hamilton, that's a big-time swing by the youngster. RBI number 34 on the campaign, scores Tucker easily from second, and a much-needed insurance run for the Ducks in inning number 8.
He has 8 hits now in his last 3 games.
Now it's Harrell. First pitch to him, fastball, cruised in for strike 1 from Haslam, his 2nd earned run of the day allowed.
2nd run now in 5 innings.
He got Melfi looking to begin the inning, and then Sudica flying to left. And now a single in back-to-back ABs as Harrell swings and misses on a nasty slider from Haslam to make it 0-2. This will likely be the last inning we see Haslam. His pitch count will be 78 with the 0-2 here. There's a slider again. Did not bend it too much. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Alex Harrell from Arkansas State Mountain home. Man, it has been a long career for Harrell just to not play much baseball. Fun story on him tomorrow from Warner Park. 1-2, runner on the move. Harrell to third, bounces right into the glove of McGinnis. He collects himself, throws to first. Madison takes a 6-2 lead with the run here in the 8th inning. They need 6 outs to collect a playoff berth here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Matt McGann will lead off for Wausau to begin the bottom of the 8th inning. Jack Turner kicks and deals home. First pitch is bounced towards third, but a foul ball off the front foot. Sudica charged in to take care of it. Nonetheless, it's a foul ball 0-1 start for Turner, who walked his first batter in the 7th inning, McGinnis. And then a pop out of Van Ness, a bounce right back to Turner from Jimenez, and then the K of Blanchard left him on second. 0-1 pitch, slider up and away, 1-1. Madison 6 outs away from a playoff berth here on the road at Athletic Park. They added on one at 6-2. 1-1 pitch here from Turner. Fastball way outside, reach back for 91. It's the awkward delivery, somewhat from a 3/4 arm slot, but it is all arm. He opens his shoulder pretty early as he fiddles with the glove down towards the belt. 2-1 pitch comes home. That's popped up off the hands and foul. Melfi chased it over towards the Mallard dugout. Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-2 Madison, 2-2 count with Matt McGann leading off the home 8th inning. It's 7, 8, and 9. Here comes a 2-2. Got him on strike 3. The slider sits down McGann. That's back-to-back backwards Ks for Turner, and 4 consecutive he has sat down since the leadoff walk in the 7th. Here's Funkhauser. A fresh count with him from the windup. Turner throws. Fastball checked on. Did he go? He appealed on to first. Caleb Kador, his first time saying yes tonight. Kador is the umpire down the first base line. Brandon Smith down the third. Philip Jean Louise, the crew chief, is behind the plate calling the balls and the strikes. Target set up for Melfi. It's a little low. 0-1 pitch. Fastball just off the inside corner to this righty. Funkhauser with the lefty. Boos waiting on deck. Funkhauser 2 for his first 33 now as a woodchuck. Long pause. Turner throws home. Fastball off the corner outside. 2-1. 4-run lead for Madison. They need 5 more outs. The 2-1 pitch. That's a beautiful fastball. Perfect placement from Turner. 2-2. So here is where he has gone to the slider, starting in and finishing across the plate to a righty. We'll see if he goes back to it on 2-2. Throws home. Slider, swing and a miss. He got another one. Jack Turner is looking more and more like a weapon out of the Hamptons League for a team here in the woods chasing a playoff dream on this Friday night. So now it's Boos with 2 away here in the 8th. A low pitch, fastball just low and away. 6-2, Madison leading. Top of the order looming for Wausau here in the 8th inning. 1-0 pitch from Turner. Fastball way up high. The lefty Boos tonight is 0 for 3. He reached on an error back in the second, an uncharacteristic error at that from Noah Sudica, who has been sure gloved over at third base. Boos adjusts his batting helmet. 2-0 pitch. Fastball rides away 3-0 to the Woodchucks' designated hitter, hidden down at the 9 spot today. Enters batting .217, 4 RBIs, and no homers. 3-0 pitch from Turner. Tosses in a fastball. 3-1. Just like Ravello, he fell behind 3-0 one time. He was able to climb back with a 3-0 fastball, came back with a 3-1 fastball that was hit into play. Same scenario here with Turner, 3-1 pitch. Fastball got the zone, it's a full count.
We'll have to see another pitch as that one finds the strike zone in the lower half.
Turner has struck out 3 consecutive. He got Blanchard to end the 7th, McGann to start the 8th, and Funkhauser just moments ago. From the windup, kicks and deals, throws home, 3-2, swing and a miss! Another one for Turner.
That is 4 straight strikeouts.
The Ducks need 3 more. We go to the 9th inning on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Top of the ninth inning from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. Madison a chance to add on some insurance runs here in Wausau. It's Keenan Taylor, Cal Fisher, Liam Moreno against a new arm for the Chucks. The 5'9", 170-pound native of Kathleen, Georgia, and Emmanuel College, Tyler Mayfield, one of their veterans, 23 years old, born in October of 1999, a redshirt senior, ERA of 2.31, and a big reason why opponents have been unable to touch Mayfield this year is because of the arm slot. Another submarine pitcher, a lot like Brett Sanchez. He throws it in a little bit harder than Sanchez does, who earlier today earned Northwoods League Pitcher of the Year honors. First pitch to him, Keenan Taylor grounds towards short. On 2 hops, Funkhauser gets up and throws. Taylor down on 1 pitch. So Cal Fisher, the shortstop, digs in. He's 1 for 4 today. Struck out in his last try against Haslam, whose day concludes after 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. First pitch to Cal Fisher. Slider low and in. Man, it is an awkward delivery. He just kind of spreads his wings, we'll say. He throws that glove way out in front of himself and extends his right arm, his throwing arm. And then it just kind of floats in. Slider low, 2-0 to Fisher.
Cal Fisher is 1 for 4 with an RBI. Was struck out by Logan Haslam last time up, who went 5 full mound, allowed 4 hits, 5
2-0 pitch to Fisher, takes inside. 3 balls and no strikes to the youngster.
longest outing of the season for Haslam, who finally has allowed a run. Tomorrow will be a 6:05 first pitch from Warner Park.
3 balls, no strikes. He throws home to Fisher. It's a 4-pitch walk for the shortstop. He'll take a little scamper down to first base.
Right fielder Leon Moreno.
We have yet to see who will be the Mallards pitcher in the bottom of the 9th inning, but they need 3 outs. Do something they haven't done since 21, a 1-year hiatus from the playoffs. Holding on to a 4-run lead here at 6-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. First pitch to Moreno is outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Liam. Mayfield threw 2 nights ago, 1 inning against Lakeshore, just 1 hit. Just a little bit of contact, really not too many strikeouts on the year in comparison to putting balls in play. 11 strikeouts to 7 walks, fastball away, 6 consecutive outside of the zone. Short lead off of first for Fisher, not a threat to run. Pitch comes home. Moreno's going to single down the right side. That's into the gap. Van Ness will come up with it in right field. 2 on with 1 out here in the 9th inning for Madison. And that'll set the table for Chad McCann, who doubled home a run back in the 3rd inning. So Fisher on second, Moreno on first. He's got a multi-hit game. The second Mallard with multiple hits this afternoon. The first one was Davis Hamilton. He has 3 tonight. He becomes the 37th Mallard this year to have 3 or more hits in a ball game. The last time was last night. Keenan Taylor had 3 against the Rafters. First pitch is way outside to start the first baseman, Chad McCann. Chad today 1 for 4. That double back in third. A fielder's choice in the second. He struck out looking on a slider from Logan Haslam his last time around. 1-0 to Chad. Takes a fastball low. Matt McGann calls time, tosses the ball back into his mitt, runs out towards his pitcher Mayfield. As we check in on the rest of the Northwoods League and how really day number 71 in the league, game 71 for most clubs. The Mallards playing game 70 here today. And how everything is shaping up across the rest of the league. Kalamazoo clinches playoff berth last night with their victory over Battle Creek. Rockford is out of the picture, so it'll be the Pittsbitters and Growlers playing in the Great Lakes East. And if Madison can collect 3 more outs, they would play the Rockers of Green Bay in round number 1 starting Sunday at Warner Park. Mayfield comes set down to the belt. A little offset stance. He throws home. Fastball got the zone. Back in at 2-1 against McCann. In the Great Lakes West, one final score, Fond du Lac 8, Lakeshore 7 from Harebaker Field. Cade Walker continues his dominance over Great Lakes West opponents. He gets another win here tonight. 2-1 pitch sprayed down the right field line. That's going to slide foul. 2-2 now with Chad. Top of the 6th inning from Witter Field. They were the Road Warriors for quite some time. The Raptors trailed the Rockers 7-2. Green Bay jumped out to a 7-0 lead. They are currently no-hitting the Raptors from Wisconsin Rapids. 2 runners on, 1 out as McCann flies foul over the right side. Lakeshore and Fond du Lac will wrap up their seasons tomorrow. Wisconsin Rapids and Green Bay will continue their series from Witter Field tomorrow as well. And the Great Lakes East, Kokomo drops their game to Battle Creek 7-4. McCann fouls off back over home plate. Final score from Kalamazoo, Michigan, Kenosha 9, Kalamazoo 6. A disappointing second half for the Kingfish. They finish 13-25, well, still with the 1 game to play. Final score from Traverse City, Michigan, Pittsburghers 4, and the Rivets 2. Line drive into center field. That will move Fisher over 1 bag. He had to pause at second base because of how hard that ball was hit by McCann. Bases loaded with 1 out now for David Melfi, who struck out in his last 3 ABs. Multi-hit game for Chad McCann now. We check in over on our friends in the Great Plains. Lacrosse currently leading Rochester from Mayo Field in Minnesota 8-1. What a tear the Loggers have been on. If they go on to win this ball game 26-7 with 1 game to play, they have clinched playoff berth. Final in 9. Waterloo 14, Mankato 13. A high-scoring game as Melfi fouls off to the right side against the subby pitcher Tyler Mayfield. From Wade Stadium in Duluth, Minnesota, Huskies 9, Thunder Bay Border Cats 4. Team from north of the border. 1-0 pitch to Melfi. Slider is way outside. It's 1-1. The 2 clubs from North Dakota did battle tonight. Bismarck takes over the Hot Tots 7-6. Melfi swings and misses on a slider. It's 1-2. The Mud Puppies pick up their 4th win of the year. They were 3-19 entering play tonight, 15-11 over a powerful St. Cloud Rocks club from Joe Faber Field. 1-2 to Melfi. Takes slider low and away, 2-2. And finally, bottom of the 9th inning, Wilmer leading Eau Claire 7-2. That's from Carson Park. That is a lot of fun to go to that ballpark, let me tell you that. 2-2 with Melfi. Throws home, hit up into the air, and foul. Another good battle here from a Mallard. First it was McCann, and now it's Melfi. Bases are loaded. 6-2 is Madison's lead in the top of the 9th inning. Looking to add on against Tyler Mayfield here in the 9th. 4 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 more added on in the 8th inning. 2-2 pitch to Melfi. Slider outside. Count is full. Madison with 1 more pitch outside of the strike zone would add on to their lead. Melfi 15 RBIs on the year. A walk would mean number 16, but if he puts it in the zone, Melfi has swung for a lot of power in the last week. 3-2. That's fouled off to the right side again. Another fastball from Mayfield that really isn't too fast compared to a couple of the pitchers the Mallards have seen today. Remember, Henry Cohn started the game. He tossed in 2 innings, and then that hour and 52-minute delay. He had only allowed 2 hits. Didn't strike out anybody, didn't walk anybody, no runs. 3-2 pitch from Mayfield. Melfi rolls towards 3rd. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. It will just trickle over the line. Foul. We'll have to do it again.
Melfi just continuing to stay alive because he looks to not go 0 for 5.
Madison 6, Wausau 2. They need 3 outs to clinch playoff berth. However, the Madison offense looking to add some more here in the 9th inning. Leadoff ground ball from Taylor on the first pitch of the inning. Fisher walked, he's on third. Moreno singled and McCann singled. Bases loaded full of Mallards. 3-2 pitch to Melfi, swinging a ground ball towards short. Charging in is Funkhauser. He looks towards second, throws to second. Melfi digs it out towards first. A run comes in to score. McCann is off the base paths on the fielder's choice, but David Melfi drives in run number 16, and the Mallards balloon to 5 runs here in the 9th inning.
Third baseman Noah Sudica.
So Fisher had the speed to come in and score. This wet grass across the athletic park infield slowed it down enough to where Funkhauser threw to Blanchard. He had no chance to throw over to first, and Melfi does the job of putting the ball into play to score the extra run. So now it's Sudica with runners on the corners. He singled all the way back in the 4th. He scored 2 runs and walked today. First pitch to him, fastball, is way off the corner from the submarine pitcher, Tyler Mayfield. 7-2, Madison leads here in the top of the 9th inning. Mayfield holds down to the belt, comes home. Sudica lines into right field, right at Van Ness. He charges in, and he will make the catch. So here we go. We will enter the bottom of the 9th inning. Mallards add 1 more. It's 7-2. They need 3 outs to win the second half championship here on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. It is closing time in the bottom of the 9th inning from Athletic Park in Wausau, Wisconsin. Madison needs 3 outs to win the championship here in the second half. And it'll be a new arm out there for the Ducks, the 6'2", 205-pound native of Paducah, Kentucky, and a Western Kentucky hilltopper. It's the closer, Jack Bennett. Not in for a save today, in to slam the door. Mike Adair climbs in. First pitch from Bennett. Fastball is away to David Melfi. 7-2 Madison, now over the 10-hit mark today. They have 11 to Wausau's 3. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Adair, 1-1. The bullpen has kept him scoreless so far. 1-1 pitch, it's sprayed foul on a line drive to the left. It's 1-2-3 for the Wausau lineup. Adair, Allen, and McGinnis. 1-2 pitch to Adair from Bennett. That's floated into center field. Long run for Tucker coming on. Let's get a drop in for a single, and Adair leads off the 9th with the base hit.
Now batting the center fielder, Dwight Allen.
Now it's Dwight Allen. Bennett has been very strong in his first 5 outings for Madison in 8 1/3, 3 saves, 2.16 on his ERA. Just 2 earned runs, 1 in his first outing and 1 in his last at Green Bay 3 nights ago. Here's Dwight Allen. First pitch to him. Fastball is in for strike 1. So Adair deposits a ball into center on a 2-strike pitch from Bennett. Allen has walked twice today, both against Avery in the first and second. He's 0 for 2 since. The 0-1 pitch. Slider into the zone. Quickly 0-2 from Bennett to Dwight Allen, the Georgia Bulldog. Adair short lead off of first. Bennett comes home. Swing and a miss. 1 down here in the 9th. The team is all up across the dugout. So now it's the most tenured Woodchuck on this club. Game number 57 for Mike McGinnis. He's been on 3 times with 3 walks. The pitch from Bennett. Fastball in for strike 1. Bennett working first base side of the rubber. 7-2 Madison. Adair his lead off of first. The 0-1 pitch from Bennett is swung on and tapped foul to the right side. Down the first baseline, 0-2 now from Jack. The Ducks need 2 outs here in the 9th inning, leading by 5. Playoff berth on the line from Athletic Park. Bennett likes to target from Melfi. Comes set down at the belt, looks in, throws home on 0-2. It's hit towards second, towards Hamilton. His relay to first. The Mallards have done it. Playoff bound. The Mallards have beat the Woodchucks 7-2. Madison extinguishes the ghost of the worst season in franchise history. And with just 1 day remaining in the regular season, they have done it. They all meet around the mound here at Athletic Park. And the Mallards have won the second half championship in the Great Lakes West. A line drive hit by Mike McGinnis. Adair got well off of first. And Davis Hamilton, the kid from Sun Prairie, in his second year with Madison, relays to first. Chad McCann in the right spot at the right time. And Madison wins 7-2. And the Ducks are going back to the Northwoods League playoffs for the first time since 2021. They will have a date with the Green Bay Rockers on Sunday from the Duck Pond in Madison. What a win by the boys tonight. They fall behind 2-0 in the first. They scratch and claw in the bullpen. They played their tails off after the hour and 52-minute delay. And at 11:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, the Mallards have clinched the playoffs once again. They are back in the postseason. We cannot wait to see you guys both tomorrow and on Sunday from Warner Park. Final score here tonight, Madison 7 and the Wausau Woodchucks 2. What a season it has been on YouTube Live. From Zach Linfield signing off one final time here tonight. Make sure to catch us and the crew on the Northwoods League Baseball Network and ESPN Plus tomorrow on your home of Madison Mallards baseball. Good night, everybody, and go Ducks.